Okay, this is take two of this video. I already recorded it once before, but there were some missteps in my language. Anyway, I'm going to talk about a concept called limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are beliefs that an individual has which prevent them from doing things or being successful at something or putting forth work or effort. Just basically things that limit them from taking positive action. So I'm going to tie it back to autism in a sec, but first let's get an example. Limiting beliefs are often joined with words like always or never. And I'm sure we've all heard this from someone: you never listen to me, or you're always blah, blah, blah. And I know of a relationship where there's two people that love each other super deeply, but one of them is absolutely 150,000% hindered by the limiting beliefs that they hold on to. And the other person is not subject to limiting beliefs and doesn't apply words like never or always. The first person says, this relationship is toxic, it can never be fixed, there's too much damage, it's never repairable, there's no point, I'm not going to try, it's not worth it. And the second person is more of the mindset of, hey, never is never, so it sucks right now, but with effort it can be repaired. And what I'm going to tie into autism is that I think that as autistics we have a very innocent frame of thought by nature, first. Second, we're super duper literal. So when someone says to me, here's a problem that can never be fixed, I immediately latch onto that word never and break it down, because I don't believe that never applies very often at all. Maybe I only support the use of never or always or words like that with respect to positive things, like I'm never going to give up on life, for example. But when it comes to the negative things, I just can't do it. You say to me, this can never be fixed, and I say, well, sure it can. And let's think creatively and figure out how we can fix it, which I also think is an autistic trait, to be a problem solver, logical. So what I'm challenging everyone, whether you're autistic or not, is to monitor your self-talk and your communication with others, and pay attention to those times that you say gross generalizations like never or always or too much, or things that are limiting you and your actions and your feelings, and question them and see if it really applies or not. Because I bet that when the rubber meets the road with respect to your words and your feelings and your limits on yourself, it's really you limiting yourself. And if you change your language use, you change what your limits are. That sounds redundant. So instead of saying you never listen to me, for example, in a relationship, you could say, I'm not feeling heard right now. If you're telling yourself this person never listens to me, you're going to bring a super negative attitude to that relationship, and it's going to do damage. So that's my happy Monday bit and thought, and I'm curious what other people think. Do you think autistics are more immune to the concept of limiting beliefs because we don't really accept we don't accept the use of words like never because we're literal? And I'm also curious if you've seen this pattern in neurotypicals that are non-autistic, that they do walk that language line that's gray, and they use a lot of generalizations instead because they're not looking at it literally. But by doing that, they're not realizing perhaps how it's impacting their self-thought. That's it. Hope this take two was better than the last one. Have a great day.